Good afternoon, I'm Denise Tan, and this is One News Now. President Bongbong Marcos vows to hold accountable those responsible for the ramming incident in Scarborough Shoal that resulted to the death of 3 Filipino fishermen. In a statement, Marcos said that the Philippine Coast Guard is backtracking and checking all monitored vessels in the area as part of its ongoing investigation. Marcos also assured the victims' families that they will exert every effort to hold accountable those responsible for the incident. The collision reportedly happened on Monday while the boat was moored 85 nautical miles northwest of Scarborough Shoal, or locally known as Bajo de Masinloc. The 3 Filipino fishermen, including the boat captain, were killed after their fishing boat submerged due to the collision. In other news, President Bongbong Marcos has lifted the price cap on rice effective today, October 4. Marcos made the announcement during the distribution of rice to 4-piece beneficiaries in Taguig City. The president highlighted the increase in the local rice supply as the harvest season begins. He reiterated that the issue with the rice price stems from hoarders and smugglers. Marcos imposed the price ceiling last September 5 amid the soaring prices of the staple. Meanwhile, prices of pork have increased in some markets. Prices of liempo have reached as high as 350 pesos per kilo in one market in Quezon City. The latest monitoring of the Agriculture Department also showed that pork is being sold up to 400 pesos in other markets in Metro Manila. In another industry, a group of canned sardines manufacturer warned that prices of their products may increase due to a reported shortage in Tamban. They noted that this year's production is so far only half of what they produced in 2022. The Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources said it is ready to help the manufacturers on the matter. Time to take a quick break. One News Now will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. The Supreme Court orders the Palace and Congress to comment on the petition seeking to declare the Maharlika Investment Fund as unconstitutional. The two branches are required to file a comment on the petition within 10 days from receipt of the notice. Those named respondents in the petition are Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, Finance Secretary Ben Diokno, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. The petition against Maharlika was filed by Senate Minority Leader Coco Pimentel, Bayan Muna Chair Nery Colmenares, and other former representatives of Bayan Muna. In a statement, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri insists that the Maharlika Investment Fund Act went through the proper legislative process. He says that he has instructed the Senate Secretary to coordinate with the Office of the Solicitor General to prepare for their filing of a comment before the SC. The LTFRB has approved a 1 peso provisional fare increase for jeepneys nationwide. In a decision, the Regulatory Board agreed to grant a provisional increase while it deliberates on a petition to raise fares by 5 pesos. The fare hike will take effect on Sunday, October 8, and will apply to both modern and traditional jeepneys. The increase will raise fares of traditional jeepneys from 12 to 13 pesos and modern jeepneys from 14 to 15 pesos. This comes after weekly price hikes for gas and diesel.
Binabalanse po niyan ang pangangailangan ng mga consumer groups plus yung mga operational cost ng mga operators and jeepney drivers po. And of course, kung ano magiging epekto rin ito sa ekonomiya. Baka po yung increase na ibigay namin would trigger inflation.
We now give you a look at today's other top stories. The cause of death of the grade 5 student who passed away days after allegedly being slapped by his teacher in Antipolo City has been revealed to be global brain edema. This is more known as brain swelling. The student's remains will undergo autopsy once more today. The Navotas Regional Trial Court has ordered the arrest of 6 policemen involved in the killing of 17-year-old Jemboy Baltazar. The 6 cops were the first to be identified among those participating in the August 2 botched operation for a murder suspect. Baltazar's death was a case of mistaken identity. The policemen are now facing murder charges without bail. The Mactan Cebu International Airport's runway was closed for about 3 hours earlier this morning following an incident involving a Philippine Air Force aircraft. The plane got stuck on the runway after landing past 2 in the morning. Around 30 domestic flights and 5 international flights were affected by the incident. One News Now will be back at 3:15 p.m. Join us again later. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.